Hey guys, it's Martin. As you know, my absolute favourite way to shoot a wedding is in a relaxed documentary style, focusing on the real, candid moments as they naturally unfold. None of this speeds up or slows down the day. So for 90% of the time, you can just forget I'm there and just enjoy yourselves. However, there are two specific parts of the day where we need to normally have to step out of documentary mode and make things a little more structured. To get the absolute best photos without feeling rushed or stressed, here are a few insider tips on how to build a bit of wiggle room into your schedule. First one is the morning prep time. Now, I love capturing the buzz of the morning preparations for both of you, but the tail end of the bridal prep can be a time when basically the time just suddenly vanishes from under your feet. The golden rule is to aim to have all the hair and makeup fully completed about 45 to 50 minutes before you need to leave for the ceremony. Why? Well, once you're in the dress and looking stunning, we need to look for a window of time when you are completely ready, but if things run late, the first thing to get cut from the schedule are those beautiful cam portraits of the bride on her own, or those emotional reveals with whoever is walking you down the aisle. Don't forget, if you're having a civil ceremony, the registrars must, by law, interview you privately. That takes 30 minutes before the ceremony starts. So that's 30 minutes of those 45 already gone. So by asking your hair and makeup team to finish slightly earlier, slightly earlier finish time means less stress, maybe a glass of something nice in your hand, plenty of time for those gorgeous shots before the rush actually begins. The second time is post-ceremony and the bar being open. Straight after the ceremony is when things can get a little lively, and it's time for the confetti and the family group photos as well as couple shots. So lots to fit in there during that time. Now, experience has taught me a very valuable lesson here. Maybe everyone should consider avoiding the bar until the group photos are finished. If guests get a drink in their hands and they stay at the bar or they start wandering around the venue, they become incredibly hard to track down. And what would normally take 30 minutes can easily take double or even worse, eating right into your mingling time, which is what you don't want. So my suggested perfect workflow would be to go straight from the ceremony, via the loo if anyone needs a break, to your confetti shots, straight into the group photographs. And the reward? Well, once the formal group photographs are ticked off the list, guests are totally free to head to the bar, relax and properly mix before the food and the speeches. Now, quick note on speeches. Everyone does it differently. If you're planning to have your speeches before the meal, just keep in mind that I may need to set up some off-camera flash equipment to ensure the top table and the key guests are beautifully and correctly lit for the moment. This takes about 10 minutes, and again, that's 10 minutes less to do the group photographs in. So it's also worth factoring some of that time in between your ceremony ending and sitting down for the speeches and food. If it helps to know, speeches after the food gives more time, as we can set up for those for the speeches once everyone's eating, so it's not such a pressured thing. So again, the golden rule. Whenever we're doing any of the more posed or formal shots, adding just an extra 10 or 15 minutes here and there for padding into the schedule makes a world of difference, and will just make things go a lot more calm and relaxed. If you're ever in any doubt about how your timeline is looking, just get in touch. I'm here to help. I will always be sending out a questionnaire closer to the big day as well to grab all your final timings, and I will personally review it to make absolutely sure we have plenty of time for every single shot that you're hoping for. Okay? And I'll see you soon.